The future of Son Gohan, it's quite unknown as to what's waiting for him on the other side of Dragon Ball Super, especially with Gohan being kept hidden for the most part behind the scenes. Could this mean that we're gearing up for something really special, or are they keeping Gohan away because now they finally realize that his time has come and gone, and now it is time to, adapt and just do something different per se, where they're going to be incorporating different characters and different aspects to the story, and keeping Gohan away from the main arcs. Joining me here today, guys, is my friend MJ, also known as Geekless TV, as we discuss Gohan's possible future. Your questions, your comments, and your theories that you've been leaving in my previous videos involving Gohan, all brought into the light here today. Gohan played a very important role in Dragon Ball Z, but will he indeed play a similar role in Dragon Ball Super? MJ, I need your take on this only because I want to know your thoughts as to how you feel about Gohan. Gohan was kept away from the Battle of Gods arc. Gohan was kept away for the most part prior to getting tortured by Frieza during the Resurrection F arc. Gohan was kept away from the Universal God Destruction Tournament arc. Will he be kept distant as we approach Future Trunks' return, and as we approach Zeno's Omniverse tournament, or will Gohan make the greatest comeback of all time with a massive surprise in store for the entire world to see? I mean, whatever Akira Toriyama decides to do with Gohan is totally up in the air as of right now. After all, I mean, this is his creation. So what do you feel is in store in terms of like Gohan? Do you expect to see great failure, or do you expect to see great excitement from your standpoint?
Well, Gohan, I have a theory, and I hope that it comes true, but I hope he's gonna be in the Future Trunks arc. I mean, he has to be, bro. Him and Trunks, they were tight, man. And then Trunks himself in the future, he was tight with Gohan even more. Gohan
Was
was
his
his
master,
mentor.
Brody.
So, like, he has to be involved in this and somehow. And have you seen those pictures floating around where, like, Trunks comes back, he sees Gohan, he's like, what happened to
Yeah,
you?
he's like, what the
And
fuck happened to you, you skinny little twig? Like, what? Yeah, exactly.
yeah, so hopefully when he comes back, Gohan won't be all dolled up in his suits and everything like that. Hopefully they'll meet on some different occasion and they can. I just have hope, man, that he'll be using this arc so much, and I also have more hope that he'll be using the future for the 12 Universe tournament. So, with that being said, man, I'm very excited for him. I'm excited for where it goes, and I really do want to see him involved a lot more. I'm sure you do too, right? You want to see him
I
involved
mean,
a lot more.
absolutely, bro. Now, a subscriber of mine, Galaxy Dark Shadow, pointed out and said that, part of the reason why Gohan is weak was because Chi-Chi actually influenced Gohan not to train and just focus on studying and, just being the way he is now. But she doesn't understand how strong he would be if she just let him train. And that's really a big reason why he's the way he is now, MJ. And I fully, blame Chi-Chi for the demise of Gohan, because she was the one that told Gohan, you need to be a working man, you need to be the person that's going to support this family, you need to be the one that has to man up and be responsible, which I completely understand. I mean, sometimes in life you can't really grow up to be what you want to be, because there are certain outcomes that that fall short to your grasp per se. But if there's anybody to blame here, I believe if there's anybody to blame for Gohan being the bitch that he is, I think it's Chi-Chi, because Chi-Chi was the one that ultimately pushed Gohan to study, hit the books. Now, do you believe that what she did was right or what she did was wrong? Because that's her son. Her husband's always out there training. He's not really home. He's not really a responsible person, dude.
Yeah.
So, like, do you really blame her for wanting her son to become something? Or do you believe that if it were not for all the whole history books and, becoming a doctor, lawyer, whatever it is that she wanted him to become, do you believe that if she didn't influence him to study so much, that he would be currently the most powerful character in Dragon Ball? Because if you think about it, I mean, he wouldn't have stopped training in a way, right? Yeah, sure, he would have been with Videl and whatever, but he still would have trained with Goten in a way, because he was training with him prior to that when we first saw the introduction of the Majin Buu saga, when they were going to go to the tournament. So we saw them training together. So do you believe that Chi-Chi had a big role to play in Gohan's demise, or do you believe that ultimately it was Gohan's choice here?
Well, yeah, ultimately it is Gohan's choice, but I'm
Okay.
sure Chi-Chi pushed him. You can't blame her. Like, look at it from her perspective. Like, I will put some blame on her, but you can't fully say, oh, that woman's wrong, raise the fork knives to her and shit. Like, look at it from her perspective. Goku fought Frieza, who was known as the Emperor of the
Hell
Universe.
yeah.
So then the next villain, who was not an Emperor of the Universe, was a homegrown creation on Earth. So when you take out supposedly the Emperor of the Universe, and now you take out someone who's had 20 years of revenge lined up against Goku, what else is there left to do? And then with Goku gone, she wasn't gonna work, because she took care of the house and she was the one who did all that stuff, whatever but I can see why she would push Gohan into doing studies, that way he can get a good job in the future, blah blah blah. The second point out is after Boo, again, how can you blame her for not knowing that there was a secret demon sleeping on Earth, for all these years, So it's
Dude,
like,
there are literally aliens all throughout that planet. If you're unaware of there being a being out there that's gonna be supremely strong, then there's something wrong with you. I mean, I'm trying to say that, like, I'm pretty sure, like, she probably knew that impending danger is out there, but she ultimately relied on Goku. But dude, Goku's not always going to be there. Let me point something out to you. The Raditz saga, Gohan got it in. He popped off. The Frieza saga, Gohan popped off against Frieza. Android saga, Gohan popped off against everyone, including Cell. Majin Buu saga, Gohan popped off. Even against Beerus, he tried to pop off, but he just ultimately came off as nobody. So he did something in the Raditz saga. He did something in the Frieza saga, in the Android saga, the Cell Game saga, the Majin Buu saga. But now, Battle of Gods, nothing. Resurrection F, nothing. Universal God of Destruction Tournament, nothing. Coming up on this next arc, is it going to be nothing? Because ultimately, even if it was for a very small, minuscule role, Gohan still had somewhat of an influence in Dragon Ball Z, like throughout every single saga. If you really pinpointed, I mean, he fought the Ginyu Force. Dude, he's been to war, but in this new series, he didn't have any influence at all, except for Battle of Gods and Resurrection F, where he got tortured by Frieza and beat up by Beerus. He didn't do anything. So I wanted to know from you, because Gohan wants a normal life with Videl. I understand that. As humans, we all want peace, but it's not like Gohan craves battle. But what if the war comes to Earth with Goku and Vegeta being away and nobody's left to defend the planet? I mean, similar to Frieza, what if Goku and Vegeta can't make it on time? It's up to Gohan. Gohan would have to be that defender. So what would he have to do if he's weak? I mean, he can't defend his family. I mean, come on, guys. Like, we all have something that we live for in life. And Gohan would obviously fight for his family, because if he's not strong enough, of course, he would let his family die. But how would he defend them if he's weak? As seen with Frieza. So my question here to you is, will Gohan ever go back to having that willpower to fight for the ones that he loves? Because prior to the Universal Tournament, he wanted to train with Piccolo, because he even told his father, he was like, wow, when Frieza came by, I opened up my eyes and I realized that, I had to, become my own man, whatever it was. He realized, that he had to step it up, and Goku told him no. So do you believe that crushed his motivations, or do you believe that Gohan can still use that torturing that Frieza gave him as some sort of a motivation to, like, just do as much training as possible? Because Daddy's not going to be there, like, throughout time and space. He's not going to be there all the time. So do you believe that this is going to give him somewhat of the edge to, like, keep going, or do you truly believe that this is it, man? This is it. He's just going to stick with Pan, Videl, getting his job, situated and stuff, and that's it?
Well, I do believe that he is still he still has that motivation. I still believe he does. I don't think he lost it. Some people will bring up the whole conference and the episode that we saw today, but just because of those, like, little things, like, I don't think he's actually lost it. Like, he actually took time off, and we don't know how long for he was training with Piccolo. There was, like, a little mini time skip there. For all we know, he trained 8 months straight, 6 months straight with Piccolo, So obviously he's stronger than when he was in ROF, and I believe he's gonna stay like that. And I believe he might even get stronger in the future Trunks arc. And this is something that, you're right, and the manga is a little bit different. The manga, he basically shot down Vegeta, saying that, yeah, he has the most potential, but he's doing this. The anime made it a little bit differently. The anime actually had Gohan say he wanted to participate. Goku say, yeah, okay, that's cool. But then Gohan was like, oh, there's a conference, so he decided not to go. Which is kind of funny, because that's why people were bringing it up. Well, he doesn't fully want to fight because of the conference, right? Yeah, but at the same time, though, I don't think we can say, oh, he's a wimp again. He trained for we don't know how long, and we don't know for how, like, straight he did, like, 24/7, with Piccolo. So yeah, I think he still has some motivation, and with Trunks coming, I think that's gonna garner up even more motivation for him. I don't think he's lost it, like, at all. So
the thing about it is, it's like the fact that Piccolo wasn't even there to train with him on Earth while he was at that conference. Like he was with them at the tournament. So Gohan was by himself.
Yeah.
And the reason, guys, the reason why I'm bringing this up is because Gohan played he played such a vital role in Dragon Ball Z. How come he's not playing such a vital role now? At least defend your daughter, guy. Defend your daughter. Defend your wife. Like if there's anything you have to fight for, it's at least for them. So like another one of my subscribers, Mr. Gorilla73, said something very interesting that I want to add on. And thank you again for the comment, by the way. And I quote, he said, Gohan has to surpass Goku and Vegeta at some point. His strength is his ultimate unlocked potential, which gave him his ultimate form that made him stronger than Goku when he fought Super Buu. He was stronger than him as a kid, even when they fought Cell. We're referencing to Gohan being stronger than Goku when they fought Cell, even. He quotes here by saying Gohan has always been stronger than Goku at his age until he decided to concentrate on his studies and gave up on his training. Now that Pan is in the picture, he has even more of an incentive to train to protect her and the other people that he loves. He quotes by saying, I personally think that he has been training this entire time in the time chamber or with the help of Whis for him to ascend to a ultimate level. Now, referencing to what he said, it is kind of true because Gohan has always been a little boy at one point who was always slightly stronger than his dad. If you think about it, when they fought Raditz in a way, he was able to, burst out of that pod and like smash into his armor and break his armor. When they fought, the Ginyu Force, like Gohan was one of the few that was actually standing up. When they fought Cell, like that was a clear indication how strong he was at 11 years old. So even when they fought Majin Buu, when they fought Super Buu when he came back, he was the strongest non-fused character. So now, even though he's nowhere near his peak, he still has something to fight for. So going into the future, do you believe that he could be redeemed, or at least have him do one more important thing before like they close the curtains on him? Because I just feel as if there is something coming with him, because even in the intro, right, in the Dragon Ball Super intro, they show him powering up with Goten, and when Goku becomes a Super Saiyan 3, if you guys go back and watch the intro, we see him powering up and stuff. We don't know where that's from. That's possibly just for a simple intro purpose, but do you believe that he will have more of an involvement in the next arc, or possibly in the Omni tournament? Because as much as I would love to see him tag teaming with Trunks, because like there's a lot of symbolism there, like future Gohan was future Trunks' master, future Gohan's dead, so you have past Gohan who's going to be present with future Trunks, which is going to be pretty awesome because future Trunks can always look at Gohan like a mentor. So do you believe that there's going to be more involvement in the next arc with Trunks, or do you believe that there's going to be at least a somewhat of an involvement by Gohan entering the Omni tournament here?
Well, back to what I said before, and how you mentioned it as well. Gohan being the mentor, Gohan and Trunks kind of being cool back in the Cell Saga, how they were always, like, they went on those little things, Gohan was the one who accompanied Trunks to a lot of places, to go check on that ship, the time capsule, my bad, how he went with them to go check on the time capsule, how they stayed up on the lookout for a while together. It's like, he's going to play a core part in this arc. The tournament, I'm not too sure, man. I don't know if he'll be in the tournament. I hope so, bro,
because he really wanted to be a part of the other one, but Goku's like, nah, you gotta sit this one out, kid.
So for sure in the future, Trunks arc, he's gonna be
Trunks arc for sure.
But
then what is he gonna do? He's weak. What is he gonna do? Train with Trunks? That'd be pretty cool.
Not too sure, because there's like two sides of it. You can look at him being weak, but then there's also the Mike from Laughingstock Media. Me and him are really into power. Well, he's more actually into power scaling characters. I'm just like interested in it, so I can't say I'm like an expert at that. But right. If you look at it, Piccolo kept up with Frost, and Piccolo was shown to be like competing with Gohan equally in that little 5-second skit of them sparring. I guess sparring is the word. So if that's true, Gohan's at least as strong as Piccolo, so that would put him around the Buu tier level, because when you think about it, Goku and Vegeta and their bases are above Buhan, so if Piccolo was able to keep up with the entire Frost, Piccolo and Gohan have to be around Buu level. I mean, I won't say he's around Mystic level, but he'll have to be around Buu level at least. So he's not that weak, but I get your point. He's not near his prime, where he was many times stronger than even Fat Buu,
Jeez, like the inconsistencies in power levels though, like they just skyrocket like throughout.
They skyrocket.
It happens with everybody. I mean, I think that it'll be really good if they want to have Gohan do something. Have him train with Trunks, because you'll have father and father training with Whis, or at least training with each other, and then you can
Yeah.
have son and son. That'd be pretty cool. And can you imagine if, like, I mean, even though it's a hypothetical theory, if Gohan and Trunks manage to even, get high enough to where Goku and Vegeta's attentions are, drawn towards them, it's like, wow, these two walked in that time chamber, or they walked into that field, sort of say, weak as hell, and they came out supremely stronger than what they were before.
Yeah.
Like, that would be really cool, because a lot of us love, future Trunks and Gohan for who they are, as, sons of Goku and Vegeta. But any final thoughts before we go on Gohan being redeemed? If there's anything you believe is going to happen with him, either him just fading off into the sunset and just being a dad full time, or possibly fighting for his daughter, like, what do you think is going to happen, like, towards the very end?
I just have to say he can be redeemed because of one statement, and that is Vegeta saying that he has the most potential out of everyone. There's tons of fan theories about, like, maybe Goten has the most potential, or like Pan would have the most potential, right? But
Pan's like Broly, bro. You saw that episode, right?
Yeah. But like, as of right now, out of the group of people that we have, Gohan is the one who's special, and he's the one who has the most potential. I mean, when you look at Whis, he didn't go searching for Vegeta and Goku to train them. He was literally about to leave Earth before Vegeta, straight up finally cooked him a dish that he liked. And with Goku, he was ready to leave. Goku jumped on him, you know what I mean, to go with them. So it's like, it's not like he was begging. They're not special in a sense. They were lucky to get training. They were lucky to get trained by gods, by Whis.
Oh,
whereas
absolutely.
Gohan, it's stated he has the most potential, so he can always be redeemed by that, So
I mean, you're right. Goku, like, literally hopped on Whis' foot. He was like, "Yo, I'm going with you whether you like it or not." So, but like, we don't even know if they finished their training. That's what I hate about Super right now. Like, they didn't even, like, get down to the point, like, if they finished or not, because what the hell? Like, there's no graduation ceremony. Like, there's no nothing. Like, we don't even know. So, leave your thoughts down below, guys, on your thoughts on Gohan being redeemed and him having somewhat of a role coming up in the future Trunks story, or possibly in another story. Thank you all for watching. Once again, if you guys are fans, don't forget to subscribe for more content. Smash that like button if you guys enjoyed. Check out Geekless TV down in the description, guys. Thank you all for watching. Tune in for more, and we'll be seeing you all later. Take it easy, guys. Peace.